Namaskar. Subject CPS 3 and CPS 4, Curriculum and Pedagogic Studies, School Subject English. We are studying Unit number 1, Aspects of English Language. Now the 1.4 point is composition. So today we will see more about the composition. In composition we have to study the meaning of composition, then objectives of teaching composition, then types of composition and principles of teaching composition, and last merits of teaching composition. Today in this video we will see meaning of composition and objectives of teaching composition. So let's see meaning and objectives of composition. Friends, let me ask you a first question, that is, what is composition? Generally you have an idea about what I am going to ask you. Let's see the originality or the word composition. The word composition is derived from the word compose. It's mean to put together. To compose means to put together. That is, it means putting words and sentences together in a systematic way to express one's own idea, thoughts or expression. For example, suppose we want to express or we want to write some thoughts on a paper, we are going to compose our thoughts in a systematic way. That is, we have to express that the reader must understand, so we have to follow that systematic. So that is it. We are going to compose our thoughts in a written. That is, it is called a composition. The composition includes both process and product of composition. These are the two things are important. The first one is process and second one is a product. The process includes collecting, arranging and expressing of thoughts, and product includes application in story, paragraph, letter, etc. See, when we compose anything, we follow two processes. That is, first one is the process and second one is the product. In process, we includes we collect some thoughts, we arrange some words, and we are going to trying to expressing what we are going to think or whatever we have a thought. That is it. All these things include in a process. And in product, it includes application in a story, paragraph, letter, etc. These are the two processes includes in a composition. According to Thompson and Watt, writes that the power of expression in a language is a matter of skill rather than of knowledge. See, this is very important thing about the composition. Again he said, to develop the skill of expression, teaching composition has a great value. Here what Thompson and Watt says, that the power of expression in a language is a matter of skill rather than of knowledge. See, generally nowadays we do not write a letter, but in a last decades we have the important form of expression or giving message is the letter. There are some peoples who write the letter very interesting way. Generally you must have seen the program on a TV, that is Chala Hava Yeou Dya. There is a one concept is that the letter reading. See the language of that letter reading and the reading style. What the thoughts are composed in that are the very sensitive and touching one. So that is that type of writing is a skill. So here Thompson and Watt is going to explain us that the power of expression in a language is a matter of skill. It is a skill rather than of knowledge. Though you are very knowledgeable, you are good in a language, but everyone is not able to write. That's why he is going to tell us the writing or to compose or to express is a skill of matter. It is not the matter of knowledge. So to develop the skill of expression, teaching composition has a great value. Then if we have to develop this skill among the student, we must teach the composition according to the Thompson and Watt. So this is the meaning of the composition. So let's see Now the objectives of teaching composition. See, there are so many objectives. First one is that to enable the students to arrange the words and sentences in a sequential manner. While teaching composition, we are going to enable the student how to arrange the words and how to arrange that words in a sentence in a sequential manner. It means that we have to follow certain rules, certain manners to construct the meaningful sentences. That is, to enable the student to frame meaningful sentences. Again, we have to enable the student to frame meaningful sentences. Then to enable the students to revise, reinforce and consolidate the language material which they have been already exposed to. Here we are going, this is our one of the important objectives, that we have to enable the student to revise, to reinforce, to consolidate the language material which they have been already exposed to. Then to enable the student to express the language material within the prescribed range. This is another objective of teaching composition, to make the student efficient in learning a language. Again, we have to make the student efficient in a language learning. That is the objective. Then next one is to provide an opportunity to think about the situation provided to compose. Again, we have to provide an opportunity to student how to compose. Then in that situation he must be able to think to think us thoughts what he is going to express. That is that we have to develop among them, to develop efficiency in organizing thoughts and ideas and marshalling them in an intelligible order and sequence. Again, we have to develop the efficiency and organizing thoughts and ideas in a intelligible order and sequence. Again, next objective is that to express thoughts according to the accepted usage. So we have a certain rules or certain accepted usage. So according to that, the student should be able to express his thoughts. Then to provide systematic and careful practice of speaking, reading and writing to talk freely. Again, we are going to provide an opportunity to student, an opportunity to practice on a speaking skill, reading skill and writing skill. That is to enlarge the vocabulary of the students. This is another very important objective. We have to develop a proper vocabulary of the student. So these are the objectives and this is the meaning of the composition. So here whatever I have present before you, the meaning of composition and objectives of composition, I have took some references from these books. You can study these books and take in detail. I hope you understand the meaning and objectives of composition. So thank you very much.